Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. This video is going to be about why I think everyone should have some kind of insurance coverage in case you have to act in self-defense. I happen to be a member of USCCA, that's the U.S. Concealed Carry Association, and have been for years, probably 8 years now since I've been carrying. Now, the USCCA provides lots of perks for its members. That includes training, that includes educational material, as well as its self-defense liability insurance. I'm going to focus on the self-defense liability insurance component and talk about what the coverages are, why those tend to be important, and if you are looking at any other kind of liability insurance carrier, and there's several, it'll give you something. So get a writing stick handy, because I'm not going to do screenshots or any of that stuff right now. There's another cool thing that they have that I wait for every quarter, and that's the Conceal Carry magazine that they produce, and you can also download a digital version, which is what I do. So let's talk about the idea of liability insurance. Things happen really fast if you have to defend yourself. Now that's whether it's with a firearm, a knife, a shovel, whatever. If you have to use deadly force to defend yourself, then that's when the USCCA folks get into business for you. There are 3 levels of coverage or membership, if you want to look at it that way. And one is gold, platinum, and elite. I'm a platinum member, and that's about $33 a month. The gold version is like $25 a month, and the elite is like $42. Now, the only difference between those are the additional things that you get, which tend to be training packages and so forth. If you train a lot on your own with instructors and that kind of stuff, you probably don't need to pay more per month for that, $10 a month, right? Even at that, I mean, people spend that much on beer or coffee or whatever. But let me talk about the coverage. First, there's liability insurance. And this is for claims, expenses, and damages. $2 million. $2 million, right? Think about that. And then loss of earnings per day, $750 per day, for whatever reason, right? If it's related to your claim, if related to your case, it's $750 per day. So you don't have to worry about, how am I going to feed my family kind of thing? Because $750 a day is pretty substantial for most people. The $2 million claim for liability insurance for expenses and damages is substantial. Okay. By the way, that's criminal or civil. The liability insurance for defense expenses. Now, this is direct for lawyers and whatever the lawyers need to do. That's $250,000. And then for incidentals, which is in addition to that, that's $6,000. And then bail is $50,000. So if you're familiar with the bail system in most places, that means if the judge says you got $500,000 bail, this $50,000 will get you out. And this is paid up front. I mean, this is just boom. You don't have to you don't have to sell your house. You don't have to mortgage anything. This comes right off the top. The next point that's really important is the USCCA response line is really good. And then you get to pick your attorney from that. And as I said before, any legal weapon in lawful self-defense. So you got to be careful, one, that you didn't get engaged in mutual combat with somebody and injure them because you can't use this, right? You have to be the victim, or you are acting on behalf of a third-party victim, and you need to be careful about that. You cannot be doing something illegal. Now, this gets a little gnarly, because let's say you were speeding and you got a speeding ticket. Or let's say that, and this is where road rage you almost won't get any coverage. Because what's the rule for road rage? 1, stay in the car. 2, if the car can move, keep moving. Period. So that's the level of coverage that you get. And the good part is that you don't have to come out of pocket for any of these coverages, right? Now, $2 million for liability and $250,000 for legal. Well, actually, it's $256,000 when you add on the incidentals. That's a lot, and that's both criminal and civil. So in a lot of cases, you might not be charged with a criminal offense, but the victim's family, or the bad guy, in this case, family, might come and say, well, we're going to sue you. USCCA still has coverage. Excuse me. So give that some thought. Take what I just said and look at the coverages and compare that to others that might be out there. Read up a little more on USCCA in terms of their coverage. Give them a ring. And as I said, I am not being paid, or I have no relationship other than a member of USCCA. They're not a sponsor of my channel or any of that stuff. I just thought I'd put that out there. That the idea to have coverage is an excellent one, and everybody can afford it. If you can afford a firearm, you can afford this. And if you don't, you got some bad habits you probably need to stop, then you can afford it. So at any rate, give that some thought. Put your comments down below. If you have coverage with someone else, that would be interesting. If not, subscribe if you like the content, as always, and like if you like that. Don't forget to hit the bell icon if you do subscribe. So as always, thanks for watching. Carry on.